Guys, Delulu Goon, I'm here again. You guys must be sick of my face. Obviously, if Lacazette reports are to be believed, he's coming into Arsenal, probably fly out with them to Australia, and that leaves us with a lot to talk about. I mean, we know we haven't scored enough goals. We relied on Alexis, Mr. 20 league goals, however many assists last year. We know we needed for years a striker, and it's weird me saying this, but when you look at the strikers on our books, I know we've got Wells who can play there, Theo who can play there, Perez who's not getting rated for whatever reason, and then Mr. Giroud. And I'm probably skipping out on others, but Giroud's the only relevant one relevant to this vid. Now, he's obviously the one with the most to lose with Lacazette coming. To be fair, Giroud for a number of years, he's had a lot of critics. Granted, he's actually had critics since day one, since he's been here because of the whole Van Persie stuff. He's responded and he's been a good player. And he actually welcomed competition, and he wanted Wenger to bring in reinforcements. But when you look at last year, he caught a frustrated figure. Whenever he was playing well, scoring didn't necessarily start the last game. Started games he shouldn't have started, like against Spurs. Very much plan B last year, marginalised, got 12 league goals, 3 assists. It wasn't the season to plan. He was frustrated. He's 30, 31, contract up in 2019. There's rumours of West Ham and Everton wanting to bid for him 20 plus and things of that nature. He's a good striker, but there's a lot for both parties to consider, and there's a lot for fans to consider. So let's just get into it. There's a lot. Firstly, Giroud is underrated, man. I'm going to talk about both of them, but Lacazette. But Giroud is underrated. I mean, he is a source of frustration for many reasons. He can be a good addition to the side and someone that can complement, but he's shown he can't lead it because he hasn't scored 20 league goals. I think I've always said 4-4-2 days, or if he played in like up until like 06, he'd be rated more when 4-4-2 was a bit more predominant and people were playing a bit more directly. Giroud, it could be used like, we would never do it, but if he was used like how France use him, people would probably leave the guy alone slightly less more. But he is a plan B. He's turned up in big games. I mean, a lot of them. The Uniteds last year, Liverpool. He's bagged against big teams. That's what Giroud's about. So yeah, while he's frustrating, there's a lot to like about him. I mean, you remember the Scorpion goal last year. The banger getting the Community Shield against City, I believe. The goal against Montpellier. He scored a lot of quality finishes. He's decent in the air. We don't play to his strengths again in that regard. We don't seem to put it in the air when he's on, but we want to cross when he's not. To be fair, Giroud is half the time I see him in the corner flag and trying to be a left winger sometimes. So yeah, he is someone that I do like a lot, and someone that I don't necessarily believe we should be forcing out. But everybody has a price, and for the reasons I've said earlier, 20 million or whatever, we really should be thinking about it. Plan B is his thing off the bench. He gives us something different. Some games it's different. But then again, if I look at Giroud's personal point of view, which is very much the same reasons, I'm 30, 31, I'm in the peak years. I want to maintain my form and fitness going into the France World Cup next year, because there's a lot of France strikers pressing each other for a spot in the side. I did not play last year, so away from the France stuff, I just want to play football. Giroud's pretty prideful. He wants to play. Like I said, he's 30 something. Contracts up in 2019, and there's offers to play regular football at Marseille, at Hammers, at Everton. Not as attractive as Arsenal, but you could do a lot worse. I mean, yeah. So that's where I stay with Giroud. I mean, we can't let him go to a direct rival. No direct rival would buy him. I do have some Man United friends who'd actually like him, not to lead the line, but they like him in the side. And when other fans, and the Chelsea fan has said that as well, so when these other fans can acknowledge that he might not be the answer, but can see what he can bring to the table, and our fans can't, there is something seriously wrong. But more to the point, in regards to Lacazette and Giroud, I think Lacazette has a goal every 78 minutes. And then Giroud, despite playing considerably less, has a goal once every 80 minutes or something like that. So yeah, that's crazy. That's testament to Giroud, but that could also go work against Lacazette. We all know creativity. Lacazette is obviously going to drop deeper than Giroud. Giroud just does drop deeper sometimes to get involved in general play and things like that, but he hasn't got the mobility or the pace to go forward. So Lacazette advances on that department. And I just said it, running in behind and mobility, Lacazette trumps him on that. Of course, in the air and being a target man for the sheer size of Giroud, he trumps him. We don't play to his strengths, like I've said, but I do believe that we should keep him. I mean, it's almost neck and neck for him and Lacazette. Lacazette's probably better than him, but Giroud can potentially offer us something. But like I just said earlier, not to confuse you guys, if I was Giroud personally, regardless of me wanting to stay as a fan, if I was Giroud, I'd be off because I want to play football and I'm 30, 31, I ain't got time to waste. And I think I like his attitude in that regards. striking rate is a weird one. I mean, in the last 3 years, Giroud has got 69. Over the last period. In that same period, he's only got the best with 16 in the league. Lacazette over 3 years, 76 goals, 21 in each thingy, in each season. What was I gonna say? 35 chance. The only player to score 30 to create 35 plus chances and score 20 in the league. Only one that trumps him on that department is Messi. In that 3 year period is Lionel Messi. So yeah, there's a lot of course, stats ain't everything, but I have a duty to bring these stats to you guys. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, of course, Lacazette was bought for big money and he has to play, but I think everybody is very quick to discard Giroud, and he's always responded to these sort of critics and this sort of when his back's against the wall type thing. So I think if he stayed, he would respond well and his chance would come. And he's shown he can lead the line for some instances, but he's shown he also can't, because you remember when he was scoring week in, week out, and then he went on that like 10 goals drought that year we didn't sign anyone. That highlighted it. Of course, Giroud makes more clearances. I did do some research. Giroud makes more clearances, and he's obviously, because of his height, we can use him to our advantage defensively. But Lacazette actually makes more tackles, so that means he's someone that's gonna be aggressive in the play, someone that can help us win possession high up the field. Obviously, if we win the possession high up the field, we don't get distorted defensively and team shaped wise. And obviously, the quicker you win the ball back, the better. So if we can be aggressive, pacey, running behind, which similar to Liverpool and to a degree City, which I want for us. I welcome that. I welcome that. In regards to the foul department, it's neck and neck. I believe Giroud had 2 yellow cards and Lacazette had 3, so they're very neck and neck. Games, 275 games for Lyon, 120 goals for Lacazette, 43 assists for Giroud. I mean, not for Giroud. What am I talking about? I'm trying to remember. I think Lacazette has got 110 goals playing through the middle, 43 playing on the left wing, and 19 playing on the right. Or I might have got them mixed up. But either way, yeah, guys, I tried to think for you lot. Giroud, for Arsenal, 227 games, 98 goals. God, I don't know how many assists, guys. I don't know how many assists. And his whole career, 300 games, 100 and something goals, 132 goals. That would work out to 53 assists. That shows someone that is actually an impressive thing, because he's contributed to a lot of goals. But that's also showing someone that hasn't got the quite pedigree to score goals of that nature. So they're very much neck and neck. I hope you guys have stayed with me throughout this video. They're very much neck and neck. Of course, we're getting Lacazette. He's going to be played more. But there's games where we could tend to Giroud's strengths. Like I keep saying, if I was Giroud, I would leave. I wouldn't be trying to hear playing on the bench, your time will come, you plan B. I'd leave. But from a fan's point of view, don't be quick to write off. Don't write off Giroud just yet, because we could actually use him. If I hear 20, 25, everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price. I'm trying to hear that. I'm trying to get that money. But I wouldn't try and force him out. There's players that need to leave before Giroud, and Giroud's got some quality, as much as he can be frustrating. But yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'll try my best to compare the two and bring some sort of debate for you guys. Don't really know if I've actually achieved my goal of that. But yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm waffling too much now. This is like 8 minutes long. Too long for you lot. I'm out. Comment, subscribe.